Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. I'm your host, Rob Shaw, from West Palm Beach, Florida, on vacation, but still enjoying the chance to talk a little fantasy football. Fresh off an interesting weekend because of the fact that some players are rested, so we've got a different 3 up, 3 down for you this week. Here we go. We start off at the quarterback position. The Houston Texans with a big win over the Miami Dolphins. For the second week in a row, I've been a little concerned because Matt Schaub and the Texans go out there and they're slinging in the first half, putting up huge numbers and disappointing us a little bit in the second half. But nonetheless, the fact of the matter is this: the Texans are still very much alive with some playoff hopes, and Schaub's putting up big numbers. His stock is moving up. As far as the quarterback moving in the wrong direction, you got to look at David Garrard and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just a very disappointing season for them, and I have to put the blame on their quarterback. This guy's only thrown 13 touchdowns so far. He's had 9 interceptions, most recently throwing for 185 passing yards, not that many. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, just a huge disappointment for Garrard, really, for a second year in a row. Perhaps the Jaguars will learn their lesson and look elsewhere for a starting quarterback for 2010. Next up, we move to the running back position, and Arian Foster, after disappointing us last week because of a fumble, must have regained the coaching staff's confidence. He ended up getting an opportunity to rush the ball on 19 occasions for 97 yards, including a big touchdown for the Texans. You saw they really put the ball on the ground in the second half. Foster seems to be the guy there. Remember, Steve Sleen out for the season. Ryan Moats, Chris Brown, really afterthoughts as third down options. So this guy, Arian Foster, is the name to know. As far as running back moving in the wrong direction, how about Lawrence Maroney of the New England Patriots? It looked like he was having a fantastic season, and it was overall. He has almost 10 touchdowns this year, but all it takes is a fumble. He loses the confidence of Bill Belichick, and that's it. Sammy Morris goes in there and almost gets 100 yards rushing. So Lawrence Maroney now looking like maybe a Kevin Falk type guy, which doesn't have much value, particularly when you go into the final week of the season. We move now to the wide receivers, and now I'm going to go to a tight end, actually. I thought he was done for the year, but Zach Miller of the Oakland Raiders returned in a big way. He ended up with 9 receptions and 110 yards. This guy's a warrior, deserves a lot of credit. The only guy with fantasy value in Oakland this season. Supposed to be out for the year, might as well sit it out. It's not like they're in the playoff contention or anything like that, but he came back out there. Charlie Fry was the quarterback, which means a better passing option than Jamarcus Russell, and it showed. Again, 9 receptions, over 100 yards receiving. This guy's already set a career high this season for receptions, and he's approaching it, only 11 shy of a career high with yards. This guy is going to get 1,000 yards in a season in a couple of years. Now we move to a guy disappointing us. We go back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Sims-Walker got off to an excellent start. A lot of players keeping them in their fantasy lineups, and it's a shame because 3 of the last 4 games he's had 2 or fewer receptions. Most recently, 2 receptions for 19 yards. I don't know what to tell you. You just can't trust anyone in the Jaguars these days aside from Mojo, Maurice Jones-Drew. Mike Sims-Walker, he's off the list. Him and Torrey Holt have been disappointments in the second half of the season. Well, my friends, that's all for now. We're coming up to the last week, the finale of the fantasy football season, and I'll be back here tomorrow talking about some news and notes. Until then, have a great day.